Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad.
Up to date with Nate.
Hey guys, welcome back to Up to Date with Nate. This is episode 4 of season 2. I'm glad you're here today. So let's get up to date for this week. So in the absence of my pool being closed, actually they're doing like a full remodel, so hopefully they fix some of the problems at that pool. But anyway, they're being remodeled, it's closed for a month, and so the closest pool that I have a membership to is like 30 minutes away, so I'm only going there like once a week maybe. But because of that, I've picked up a couple new things to do. So I've started running around the indoor track at my YMCA, doing some laps there. But I also picked up pickleball, which is pretty fun. If you don't know, pickleball is a sport kind of like a mix between tennis and ping pong. You have a paddle that is a little bigger than a ping pong paddle, if that's any way to scale it. And it can either be wooden or the ones they use are some sort of plastic, I guess. A quick update on something I mentioned last week. Our church is going through a pastoral transition, and the vote on the new pastor was held last Sunday, and the church unanimously voted in the new pastor, so that's really awesome. I think the only thing that's left is for him to accept the position. Another thing that's going on is my choir, Eagle Song, is currently preparing for our fall Broadway concert. So what it is the choir is going to sing a few different Broadway pieces, but each of the individual choir members are choosing songs to perform as solos and duets and group numbers as well. That's coming up, I believe, on September 15th. If you're in the Boise, Idaho area, come and check it out. You can look up the concert date probably on the Eagle Song Facebook page. Question time. So every week I've been asking you guys to send in questions, and this week we got some, so I am happy to implement this segment into our program today. First off, Cassandra asks, where might one buy all of their Hawaiian shirts? Asking for a friend. Well, Cassie, I know of 3 ways that one can obtain a Hawaiian shirt. Now, the easiest way is to go to your local thrift store, such as Goodwill, and look in the men's section. They've always got a nice selection of Hawaiian shirts of all different sizes. For any person. So if you're in the market for a Hawaiian shirt, the first place to start would probably be the Goodwill. The second way, which is pretty obvious, is you could go to Hawaii and buy a Hawaiian shirt. That would probably take care of it for you. I have not been to Hawaii, but I have had friends who have gone to Hawaii and bought me Hawaiian shirts, which leads me to option 3. And that is, when you are a connoisseur or lover of Hawaiian shirts, if other people, such as your friends and family, start to know that you enjoy wearing them, they will oftentimes start buying them for you. And that is the method I personally prefer. So I'm at the point where my family will probably get me a Hawaiian shirt every Christmas because they know I like them, and I really do. So, if you're starting your collection, start at Goodwill, but once you get to the point where your friends and family buy you Hawaiian shirts, then you're good. Kirsten asks, who are the people that play the instruments in your album? Good question, Kirsten. If you haven't been to our Indiegogo page for the Steadfast campaign, then you can check that out. All the band members are listed there. But I have, I believe, 4 people on board right now. The studio executive is Kyle Stuke. He owns a studio here in town. And then on the guitar, I have Eddie Wheeler. On bass, I have Jared Seen. On drums, I have Jonathan Fullwood, and on electric guitar, I have Nick Elliott. And yeah, I'm not going to show you pictures, because if you want to see that picture, you can go to the campaign page. Aunt Debbie asks, who's your favorite auntie? I'm going to go with the safe answer here and say Uncle Tim. All right, let's get you guys up to date on a couple things happening at Nate Engberg Music. First off, this Saturday I am jumping into the next set of songs. So we're going to try to record about 3 at a time. This weekend I'm meeting with Eddie and Kyle, and we're going to record the scratch tracks for the next 3 songs on the album. So what a scratch track is it's the pre-recording that you do with just guitar and voice, or maybe piano, probably just guitar and voice though. And you do a good take on a metronome, and then after that you bring in the drums and they do their thing, bring in the bass, they do their thing, and then you bring in the other guitars, they do their thing, and then you re-record the voice over the top. So the scratch track is like the basement level where everything is built on top of that, and the scratch track itself doesn't end up in the final product. Another thing that's happening is Christmas is just around the corner. Now you might be saying, Nate, that's 4 months away, but in my choir we've already started practicing Christmas music. So as a musician, it definitely is just around the corner. All that is to say that I am currently accepting commissions for Christmas songs. So if you have a choir that you know of that needs a new Christmas song, or a church director that is looking for a specific song but can't find a good version of it, send them my way. I'd be happy to arrange a piece for them. Well, I think that about wraps it up for this episode. I also want to ask you guys a question this week. What is your favorite Christmas song? Comment that below, and if you have questions for me to answer in the next episode, comment those below as well. Be sure to share and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Stay steadfast. Let's see, what else?